Hello to the Fraser Valley Salmon Society members and all fellow anglers. Another fishing season amongst us. Also the 34th anniversary of the Fraser Valley Salmon Society. I am very proud to have served all of our members for another year. Many changes have come to the recreational sector over the past few years. Not many of them have been good for the families, the opportunity, and/or for conservation. The cornerstones of the Fraser Valley Salmon Society are conservation and sustainable sport fishing opportunities, words we live for in our area and still the main focus of this group. Although we may feel very much challenged, we strive to work with integrity and a positive focus. Our many accomplishments over the years and the amazing group of directors and members keep us driving ahead. When we think of our area and how fishing was pioneered here long ago, we stand proud and hopeful for a future fishery for our next generations. Sustainability of our wild salmon and sturgeon are now a main focal point for the federal government. Over the next 5 years, $142 million are to be spent towards restorative measures to protect and enhance the fish and the stocks of concern. This could not have come at a more timely point for our local rivers. We must work together with our Indigenous friends. With our Indigenous friends, their leaders, to create something we can all be proud of in the future. We need something to leave as a legacy to our children, their children, and the future generations. The world watches as we strive for good conservation for the future. The world marvels, they marvel over what we have here in British Columbia. I am personally astounded what we have been given to enjoy. Any day of the week, we can fish somewhere for something in wild-run streams, rivers, and lakes, and the likelihood is that you will catch a fish. How incredible is that? Sounds like a story. I turn now to the relentless job and the dedication of our team of directors at the Salmon Society. The demographics of this group are different than most any other organization. We have youth, young adults, middle-aged, and even an almost 90-year-old director here present with us today, as well as the younger generation of Jacob. It is our team here that drives forward and works hard each and every day on one or another organization, challenge of our rivers to ensure that we have a future. So I would like to recognize all of our executive and all of our directors. I would like them to stand up as I mention their names. We have our Vice President, Nick Bassock. Okay, put your hand up. Our Secretary, Alyssa Cowles. Our Treasurer, Chris Gadsden. All of our main directors, Mr. Terry Bodman, Jackie Atkinson, Dean Worrell at the back, Chad Hammond, Chop Grant, Landon Gill, Glenn Stoner at the back, Dylan McCrae, who's not with us tonight here, and our youngest mentoring director, which is Jacob Bergman. Right here behind her. Bergen, sorry. I just changed your name. It's okay, don't worry about it. Bergen. We call him Yakub. That's what we call him, a young Yakub. Anyways, I just want to say that without the hard work and dedication of all this group, and when you look at it, it is very different than any other organization. Typically, it's all older people. This group of directors is really inspirational to me. What we see is we see different people learning with different ways of looking at some of the problems. So not only do we get the experience and the knowledge of our older leaders that are within the Salmon Society, which many of you are here today, our older leaders, where we get a bunch of knowledge from you to learn to the future and how to deal with our problems. The deal is we also get the younger generations, and it is quite odd to see an organization like that. And I know because I attend a lot of meetings and a lot of AGMs. It's not normal. So for the future of the Salmon Society, this is very inspirational for me to see the younger generation coming out and starting to participate and care about the future of fishing. So, enough of that. I'd like to take a minute just to reflect on the 2018 fishing season. It was a decent year. We saw sockeye open again for the first time in 4 years, and everyone had a chance to harvest some food fish for their families. Other opportunities were not that plentiful, but we did see and get an opportunity for some chinook, some coho, and some chum. It is with those words above that I stress the need that we have to find new ways to be creative in the recreational sector and to work hard behind the scenes to help our rivers for the future. Looking forward to 2019, it is our hope that we can all make efforts to change, to band together, to be united with one common goal. There are many organizations, many different opinions, and many people. And I hope that we can unite to protect the heart of the Fraser River, which is right here in our very own backyard. More good news for 2019 is that FFSBC, Freshwater Fisheries Society of BC, will continue to receive all the funding from the Habitat Conservation Fund, all the license money. They are pumping that money into many projects throughout BC. The FSBC are great people doing excellent work, and it is encouraging to know that the license money continues to be spent right here in our province. This year it seems that we are even getting more funding for places like Island 22 of all places. It has been on our agenda for many years to try to improve Island 22. Our collaboration with the Fraser Regional District, our continuance to continue to knock on their doors and to demand and wish for better things at Island 22. They are listening, and there will be more money, and it's coming out of FFSBC this year. So, lastly, to wrap this up, it is the Salmon Society that continues to work hard to keep fishing for the future generations. It is your support that gives us some hope, drive. Thanks again to each and every one of you, to all of our members, past, present, for donations, contributions, and most importantly, believing in all of us at the Salmon Society. I wrap it up and I always say, listen, my door is always open. People can call me, people can email me, people can ask me for an appointment. I will gladly sit down with any of you at any time, talk about fishing related items or things that we can do to improve our community and make things better. The Salmon Society works hard in the community, and we thank each and every one of you for coming out and all your contributions. That's it for me.